We're working through a small, simple cool down routine that you can do after a workout, after a run, whatever it is that you're doing. Oftentimes we finish our workout or finish a run and we go back to normal life. And I think there has to be a small little transition period. And I think this is gonna serve as just one example of what that transition period can look like. I think it's super easy once you finish what you have to do. Click this on, listen to it, follow along. I think it's a good way to then get back into your next activity. So here's what you're gonna need for this simple cool down routine. I have 3 blocks here. You can use pillows and just stack those on top of each other as you go through this. Second thing I have is I have an actual band. You can use a band if you have one at home. You can even use a towel, and I'll show you how you can do that. But really simple. So let's imagine you just finished up a workout. Here's our first step. I want to start with a little bit of breathing just to help regulate the heart rate and get our heart rate to drop back to more of a consistent or normal breathing or pattern, I should say. So really simple. I want to start left hand on the stomach, right hand on the chest, and just a couple big breaths in through that nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in, out through that mouth. Now the pace you work at here, totally up to you, what you feel comfortable with. Just trying to let the heart rate drop in through that nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale through that nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through that nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. From here, you're gonna want a wall. If you have one to be able to work through. I have a bunch of boxes up, but imagine these are my wall. From here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my right hip as close to it as I possibly can, and I'm gonna swing my hips back around. So my hips are as close to the wall as I can get them. I have the band right next to me. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that band, put it over the ball of the foot, relaxing my head on the ground. Left leg can stay relaxed where it's comfortable. I want you to imagine these are kind of harnesses on a horse. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna work with both to pull the toe towards your shin, but you're gonna pull a little bit more through that left hand. That's gonna pull the big toe towards your shin a little bit more, and you're gonna work to hold. So right leg is straight, hips are in the ground. You're reaching through that right heel, you're pulling that right big toe towards you. Hold, 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 breathing. Good, relax out of that. You do the same thing again. You're gonna pull all the toes towards your shins, but now you're gonna pull the right hand or the pinky toe towards your shin a little bit more. Reach through the heel. You should feel that stretch mostly through the calf, potentially a little bit up through the hamstring, depending on how close you are to the wall and where you're at with that. Pulling the pinky toe towards that shin, reach through that heel, pull that toe down. I want you to be active. I want you to actively feel like you're pulling the toe down towards your shin while you're pulling that pinky toe down with the band as well. Good, relax. You're gonna switch that. So now we're gonna go to the left foot. So bands around the left foot. Right can just relax where you're comfortable. Hips are on the ground. Again, we're gonna pull the toes with the bands towards our shin. You're gonna straighten that left leg. Hips are in the ground. You're thinking like good long posture through your head. Pull the toes down. Then you're gonna take the right hand, you're gonna pull the right hand towards your big toe, or excuse me, pull the right hand down towards you, pulling the big toe further down towards your shin. I want you to actively pull the toes towards your shin as well, so you're assisting that stretch with some active tension to the front of that leg. Reach through the heel, pull. Keep holding. Breathe. Good, relax that foot. Use both hands to pull the toes towards the shin. Create a little bit of tension by pulling actively the toes towards your shin a little bit more. You should almost feel tension build to the front side of that shin. Now pull with the left hand to pull the pinky toe towards your shin a little bit more. Reach through the heel and hold. Left and right hip are in the ground. Continue to hold. Continue to hold. Breathe. Hold. Slowly relax so you can let that band come off. Again, just adjust the touch. You can use your elbows to pull you a little bit closer if you can. I want your hips in the ground, long through the head. Legs are bent, just at a little bit of a knee bend here. Stay long through your head. I want you to imagine, you can use your hands to adjust. The eyes are fixed between the knees. relax and do a little bit of light leg reaching here. All you're gonna do is you're gonna send your right leg up, rotate in, pull the toes towards your shin. Breathe. Light tension, nothing crazy. Right hip's in the ground, reach through that right heel, pull the toe towards your shin. Breathe. Relax that right leg. Left leg straightens, rotate that left leg in, pull the toe towards your shin. Feet should be about a dollar bill length apart. Pull that toe to the shin, reach through the heel. Left hip remains in the ground, long through your head. Imagine you're trying to look between your knees. Breathe. Relax that left leg. Both legs drive up. Again, about dollar bill length. Long through your head. Use your hand to readjust if you need to. Jaws relax. Rotate both those heels in. Big toes are turning in as if they're about to touch, and then pull the toes towards your shins. Breathe. Long through your head, reach through the heels. Reach, hips are driving into the ground. Continue to reach. Jaws relaxed, heels driving up, hips in the ground. Relax those feet. You're gonna pull the knees right towards your chest and just relax for a second. Breathing in through that nose, out through the mouth. You're gonna slowly barrel roll to one side, whichever side you're comfortable with. You're gonna grab your pillows or your blocks. You're gonna put those on the ground behind you. You're gonna take your right foot, or your left foot, and you're gonna come up in like half kneeling position. And you're gonna take the right foot and come on top of those blocks. Now, if those pillows or blocks are too high, you can always take one off to make it a little bit lower. You're gonna put those up. You're gonna get yourself up. So again, left foot's up, right foot's on top, and I'm gonna sink my heel as far, my hips as far to the heel as I can when I'm comfortable. You may feel that stretch through that back leg right in front. You're gonna get a nice tall posture. All you're gonna do is tuck your hips. So you're gonna think about like pushing your back to a wall behind you. Stay long through your head and just work to hold that. Easy tension, trying to create a light stretch through that back leg. Hold that position. If you're like, I don't quite feel that stretch all that much, and again, I want an easy tension here, what you can do is maintain your torso position, but just let your hips continue to drive forward a little bit. Holding that. Hold, we're gonna go for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, slowly bend forward. We're gonna switch those. So you're gonna go in this position, right leg forward, left leg goes on as my left knee's down on the ground. I'm in this good long torso position to start, and then I'm gonna sink my butt back towards my heel as best I can. I'm gonna stay nice and tall, stay safe, stay comfortable here. Again, a light stretch to that back, front of that back leg, down, potentially down to the knee. Tuck these hips and touch. Thinking about pushing the low back behind me to create a little bit more of that stretch. I can start to feel this already. And then depending on where you're at with this, you can start to let the hips drive forward. Now the hips won't actually lift off, so you're not going here, but as you work to tuck, you're just trying to drive those hips forward as if it was about to come off, and then work to hold. I feel that stretch start to build even a little bit more. Hold, we're gonna go for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fall forward, let the hands drop. Leg can kick off of that. Good. There's just one variation of a simple cool down routine that you can run through to get the heart rate to drop, to work through some just specific points on the lower body as well. Give it a try.